so what are you guys going to do about it? Because we keep hearing all of these, they're like, oh, you got the latest smoking gun. And I'm like, okay, well, I feel like a smoking gun usually results in some sort of conviction or, something happening. But so yesterday, there have been new emails that have revealed Henry Zhao. This is the Chinese CCP-linked businessman who partnered with Hunter Biden's firm. Turns out, you're going to be shocked to hear this, Yaku. Zhao was motivated by access, not financials.
No.
Yeah. So corroborating, of course, the House Oversight Committee's position that the Biden name was a commodity being sold by Hunter. There was... You always know it's going to be an interesting time when you have someone from prison testifying. But there was one of the witnesses, Jason Galanis, one of Hunter's business partners at the Burnham firm from inside federal prison, told Congress during testimony the entire value add of Hunter Biden to our business was his family name and his access to his father, Vice President Joe Biden. And so there were emails that show that Henry Zhao was interested in the game-changing value Joe Biden would bring to him post-vice presidency, which would provide political access, not just in the U.S. and around the world, which is not really what you want, I would say, when you're dealing with someone who's linked to the CCP. You don't really want them having political access inside the United States, but it would explain a lot about what's going on right now. So in these emails, he said, let him know that what we discussed during our last lunch together in Beijing still holds true. Rosemont Seneca will be folded into the Burnham Harvest entity as soon as the deal closes, thereby giving us all the solid, well-regarded global platform from which we can conduct our mutual business. So impeachment inquiry investigators have considerable evidence from these emails, among other things, that Joe Biden met. It's just that Joe Biden met with nearly all of Hunter's foreign clients. And they traced payments of business agreements in close proximity to these meetings. But listen, he was just talking about the weather. Yep. He was just talking about the weather. That's all.
Of course. One phrase and then another word really just kind of, I'm just irked with it a little bit.
Okay.
Sarah.
Why?
The phrase, comes to mind, quid pro quo.
That's a bad.
I seem to think
bad
that phrase
term.
got another guy in potential hot water, just a little bit.
That's a naughty thing, I'm told.
It's not so good, right?
That's impeachable.
Or say pay for play. I mean, I want to think that another guy was impeached twice.
Which I would say...
One time for this very thing, I think.
Quid pro quo hit the nail on the head. Pay for play, is a problem. That's not even what Trump was doing. We were just told it was the quid pro quo, which was this benign phrase that we
and
were
then
told was bad.
the other word that really just, my tongue's burning, is that word treason. So I think both of those so relevant. Yeah, let's just be real. The thought that all of America, including Jill Biden, I'll just go straight into the bedroom there, right? The thought that all of America did not know what was really going on here is a joke.
Right.
We've known this from day one. This is pay for play. You get the little druggie, you slip him cocaine, you get his vices with prostitutes, and mind you, underage girls, right? And you get to his daddy. And you don't just get to his daddy, you get to the White House, you get to the executive branch, you get to America. And so they bought access, and both of them, both of the Bidens, heck, all of the Bidens are implicated here because it was just a loan to my brother. My brother's repaying a loan, and so I want to see all of them lined up, right? Orange jumpsuits, and then you get the darkest cell, solitary. But the kind of solitary, the solitary that comes with one meal in 30 days, kind of solitary, right?
So this is how gross it gets. Okay, so Galanis actually, in his testimony, he quoted this was a draft email. They ended up changing it, but the draft email that was written by Devin Archer, of course, Hunter's ex-BFF.
Yes.
He wrote this for Hunter that said in the email, please also remind Henry Zhao of our conversation about a board seat for a certain relation of mine. Devin and I golfed with that relation earlier last week, and we discussed this very idea again. And as always, he remains very, very keen on the opportunity. Huh. I wonder what relation that was. Yeah. This certain relation of his. I wonder who that was. Could it be the big guy that he already, by the way, Hunter already testified that Joe Biden was the big guy?
Look, there is a lie in that email. I'm sorry. I just got to do this today. The relation is the big guy, but I doubt that he played golf. He maybe was riding on the cart. Okay.
Yeah, I have never seen Joe Biden play golf.
Arm would have fallen off.
That's fair.
He swings it that fast. So,
That's fair.
There's a little exaggeration. We golfed with the guy. He rode in a cart.
That's fair.
Brokered some treasonous deals. You know.
Well, why else would you use the term relation?
No, come on.
I talked to a certain relation of mine, and that relation, because that's what it says at the end. And as always, he remains very, very keen on the opportunity.
Yeah, of course he's keen. He used his own seat as vice president of the United States to broker deals for the future. And maybe he did or did not know that he would run for presidency. But here's the deal. Anything we're finding on Hunter now has to pass through into Joe Biden. He's implicated. He met with him in person. He received funds. He transmitted funds. They lied. They corroborated. They deceived. They lied. They'll lie under oath. Trust me, they will do that. But the evidence is there. So my question, Sarah, is, you remember when Kevin McCarthy said, well, we just don't have enough yet to impeach him. No, we do. No, we do. Right now, we have enough on the big guy and all related entities with his son, crackhead, to go and actually do something. So I hope by February, we see some things change.
And here's the frustrating part too, is that you see right now, I had Peter Schweizer on yesterday talking about his new book, Blood Money, and it talks about all of the Chinese infiltration into destroying our country. And it's like you see how they are behind all of this fentanyl. Obviously, we've been talking about that for a while, but the operation that they have with Mexico, and it's like, gee, I don't know. Do you think maybe like some of this lax policy on China and on, no ramifications for unleashing a bioweapon on the world and on them killing Americans with fentanyl, that they are raking in the millions and we're just having our loved ones die? I don't know. Maybe some of these lax policies on all of these things that can be stemmed back to the CCP have to do with the fact that the guy in charge of things is freaking compromised, which we tried to scream to everyone when he was running.
Completely compromised. Look, he is a puppet, and so he's compromised, which means Barack Obama is compromised. Michelle Obama is compromised. Miss Rice is compromised because it's Obama and Rice that's running the White House. They answer to the CCP. Let's not forget, very recently, Joe Biden made a deal with the Mexico president, who's also running for office, and say, hey, you need to stem the tide a little bit on the border so I look good, so you look good, so we help each other. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. He's brokering deals with a leader who's part of BRICS. The BRICS coalition, they are entering BRICS. Mexico is entering BRICS. This is well known in the BRICS world. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Mexico. We're dealing in favor of China every time you turn. The Biden administration is putting China and Chinese interest before American interest. And part of that is an open border. And it's taking on migrants and giving them asylum and changing the fabric of our nation.
And everything that you just said there, I would argue, could be a high crime or misdemeanor that, if that isn't impeachable, if it isn't what you just said, if that is not an impeachable offense, I don't know what the hell is.
Donald Trump calls a belly dancer, right? Belly dancer, called Zelensky, right? A fake president in a TV show to look into corruption.
I know. And that was an impeachable offense.
And it's impeachable.
Right.
The current president is bartering and trading with our nemesis,
right?
China,
right?
And Mexico, making deals left, right, and center. His son is loaded up with everything, by the way.
He doesn't just mean money.
With everything, right? And it's no biggie.
Right.
No biggie.
I know. It's so what are you going to do about it? Wow, cool. Another email that shows that Joe Biden was in on the whole thing. Yeah, we know. We've known for many years now. You're going to do something about it? You're going to grow some balls? If not, I want to stop hearing about it because it just makes me mad that I'm like, yeah, we all know that. So what will be done? The Clintons are never going to face justice for all of the horrible crimes and atrocities that they've done. It would be nice for like one of these corrupt families to do
Sarah,
that.
can I want to lay down an indictment, right? And I want to subpoena all Americans that today say I am conservative, right? And I want you to look at the poll numbers and see how we won. But still, for the bar I set for what we need to do to get this country back,
Right.
It was a dismal performance of showing up
Yeah.
and voting.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling you, we will not get another chance to steady this ship, to get our hands back on the rudder, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we do not do it this November.
I agree.
We better show up
agree.
with numbers. They need to ask, did more people vote on the right than we ever knew existed? They better show up, the Americans, because otherwise it's on. We have forewarning.
Yeah.
We had 4 years of just hell,
right?
We don't need more motivation.
If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.